So one of the shelters just opened up. Want to keep you up to date. Broward County government, they just tweeted out an update on a pet shelter. Everglades High School at 17100 Southwest 48th Court, Miramar is now a pet-friendly shelter. I know that's a big concern for a lot of pet families out there. You know, they want to make sure their pets are safe, and a lot of shelters aren't accepting pets. This one is.
That is a major concern. People will not evacuate and leave their dogs and cats behind. They're just not going to do it. And a little while ago, we heard from Riel Creighton, who was at a pet-only shelter, Millennium Middle School, which I think is a fantastic idea. They had dozens of dogs, cats, and one duck. So that's in Broward County. Peter Dench is also at a pet-friendly shelter. Peter, exactly where are you?
Well, Elliot, we are on the grounds of the youth fair at 109th Avenue in Coral Way. This has been a very busy place. Initially, the county opened 8 shelters, but by 11 a.m., 4 were at capacity. A number of people have brought their pets here. People I spoke with are grateful that they registered early.
You cannot be added to the roster inside.
Disappointment on Coral Way as people were turned away from the shelter at 109th Avenue, in large part because they had not registered in time.
I feel devastated. Yeah, I feel like I have no power, like I can't do anything about it. So.
You don't know where you're going to go now?
Honestly, I don't know.
This pet-friendly shelter was filled to capacity and packed with people and many other pets.
I came in here last night. I was one of the few, but it's gotten really packed since today.
I guess you're glad you didn't take any chances, checked in early.
Yeah, I'm really glad. With this hurricane coming, it's really bad.
We moved there to get away from Hurricane Harvey, but now we're here and Hurricane Irma's coming.
So you left Houston because of the hurricane?
Yes.
And you came here thinking you'd get away from it?
Yes, thinking I was going to get away from it, and now Irma's coming, so hopefully we're going to be safe in this shelter.
We got here last night. We were pre-registered, but we still have an elderly and a 90-year-old lady and a Down syndrome child. So we had to make sure that we secure a place for them. And these people have been very courteous, and you know, during this chaos, I don't know how they stay so calm.
Now, a lot of concern about the shelters. Joining us live right now, Miami-Dade Commissioner Joe Martinez. What have you been finding at this shelter in particular and the other ones you've seen?
Frustration by people. They don't have places to go. They have no room to go. When you order an evacuation of over 650,000 people and you only have 8 shelters open, the math just doesn't work. I visited the FIU one. This is one that Darwin Fuchs here at Miami. The FIU one, which is mainly from Monroe County, and they won't even allow anybody from Dade County to visit there. W.R. Thomas, hammocks, I've been to those. I was escorting one lady and 2 different families to the hammocks when they were kicked out of the other ones. 2 of them ran out of gas on the way there. Now the police is helping me to evacuate the University Lakes Trailer Park located off of 8th Street and 130th Avenue. All right, there's a lot of people there, and everybody's telling them they're going to evacuate. Okay, where? Where are they going to go? Where are these people going to go? And these are in trailer parks. If Irma comes, as predicted or as we guess, 100-mile-an-hour winds or more through a trailer park, it's going to be devastation. This is a clear and present danger to the people that we're trying to protect.
This demand is much more than expected.
Well, then don't evacuate 650,000 people. You know, if it needed it, we need to open up the shelters. I'm sure they're working as hard as they can, and they're doing the best they can. That I do believe, but the coordination wasn't there from the beginning, and maybe it'll get better. But time is running out.
We heard the announcement that many more shelters will be open by tonight, helping many more people. What do you think about that? Do you think that'll be?
Well, you have more information than I do, but then again, I'm only a county commissioner. All I know is that there's some open Carroll City, Barbara Goldman, Central, everything in the northeast section of the county. There's a lot of people who can't get there, who will not be able to get there. So that's going to be an issue, and that's what we're trying to deal with now.
Okay, Miami-Dade Commissioner Joe Martinez, thank you very much for those words.
Good luck, and thank you for the courage.
That's the situation live here. Certainly a strong demand for these shelters. We're live in West Miami-Dade. Peter Dench, CBS 4 News.